Media, and you are tuned into the Ashraf Garda Show.
Right, the feature we've been having is called, mosques from around the world. Last year we did it when we talked about the mosques from South Africa, right? So today we spoke. In fact, the other day we spoke about the Masjid Al Aqsa in Jerusalem, in Al Quds, Palestine. Then we touched the Awal Masjid. We referenced it yesterday, the first mosque built in South Africa. Today we go to the Shitta-Bey Mosque, which is in Lagos in Nigeria. Right, with me is Abdurrazaq Shitta. Abdurrazaq, appreciate your time. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. It's good to be here.
Thank you. So what you like? What, 3 hours behind us? If I got that right? I mean, it's 10 to 10 in South Africa. What's your time there?
It's 8:51 in Nigeria. I think South Africa is 1 hour ahead of us.
Oh, so it's just an hour, of course, right? Yes. So Ramadan Mubarak to you, and I trust that it's been going well so far as we're getting close to the end of week 1, right?
Yes, well, it's been pretty interesting. The atmosphere is nice, even though prices of commodities are quite high. But alhamdulillah, we are surviving, and we are appreciative of the season. It's something to look forward to every year.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the Shitta-Bey Mosque. I mean, that's the purpose of why we're talking. Tell me more about where is this mosque, and some of the key facts that we need to know about it.
Okay, the mosque was built by my great-great-grandfather, Mohammed Shitta. He was born in 1824. Mohammed Shitta was a Muslim businessman. He was born in Waterloo, Sierra Leone. Yeah, that's his picture. He was born in Waterloo, Sierra Leone, to a Yoruba parent. So after some time, they moved down to Nigeria. The first moved to Foria Bay, where his dad, that's the father of Mohammed Shitta, became the chief imam over there. Then from there, they moved down to Badagry, and later they moved into the Lagos colony. And this was during the colonial era in Nigeria. So he, as a philanthropist, as a successful businessman, contributed immensely to the propagation of Islam, the development of masjid, in different parts of Nigeria. So more importantly is the Shitta-Bey Mosque that is quite popular. The mosque, as at 2013, was regarded as a national monument in Nigeria. Now, this masjid, I saw the picture. This masjid was built in 1892. The construction started in 1891. It was completed in 1892. The design is an Afro-Brazilian design and was designed by João Baptista da Costa. He is a Brazilian and was supported by a Nigerian counterpart who is Sanusi Aka, as the history have it. Now, when this mosque was built, it was the most beautiful edifice you could find anywhere in the British West Africa at that time. It was expensive, around £5,000 at the time. So one of the key things about the mosque was the ground opening that took place in 1894. Because it was attended by men of timbers and caliber from all over the world. The then governor of the Lagos colony, that's Gilbert Carter, was also in attendance. The representative of the Sultan of Turkey, that's the Ottoman Empire, was also present. In fact, the opening of the mosque was supposed to come up in 1893, but was delayed to allow for the arrival of Gilbert Killam. Gilbert Killam was the Englishman who accepted Islam and was one of the emissaries of the Sultan of Turkey.
Okay, how fascinating is that? Wow. So, I mean, I see the design and I understand the Brazilian influence, absolutely evident there. What's the status of the mosque now in terms of, so it's in Lagos. I have not had the privilege of being to Nigeria. Inshallah, one day when I come, I will probably knock on your door. What's the status of the mosque now in terms of usage, the numbers of worshippers who attend, and its functionality?
So the mosque was initially built to accommodate 200 worshippers at a go, but so presently it can accommodate more than that. This picture you have was when the environment, that area of Lagos, was still a residential area. Presently, as we speak, the whole environment is a full commercial area. In fact, it's very close to the to one of the popular markets you have in Lagos. When you come to Nigeria and you say you are going to Lagos Island or you are going to Eko, everybody believes you are going to the market. So it's in the middle of the market presently, and so traders would come from far and wide to carry out their daily business. That are Muslims often find solace in the mosque to pray, to have a short rest, and all of that. The building itself, what we've done, what we've made sure we do is to preserve the look of the building, the color, the structure remains the same as it was built. The pillars and the blocks that are there are the same that was laid as at 1891. And since it has been regarded as a national monument, there's a limit to the infrastructural upgrade. In fact, no infrastructural upgrade can happen to the mosque. So all we do is just to renovate from time to time, making sure that the Afro-Brazilian design, the original design of the mosque, is maintained at all times. So even as it is now, you would have people who have come to trade in Lagos Island but are unable to return back to their place of residence, would stay over in the mosque. It is that conducive to the following day. It has also accommodated some of our Muslim brothers who travel for jihad to Lagos State and wants to visit the mosque. They also find solace in the mosque to rest over for a bit of this and do a little bit of dawah while they are there. Also, the mosque. Okay.
Yeah, I said that's really fascinating. Let's talk about your involvement. I mean, the fact that you are part of a chain. I mean, the fourth generation descendant. I mean, that puts you in a unique position. So I take it that you are actively involved in the upkeep of the mosque.
Yes. There's the group we call the Shitta-Bey Youth Forum. Myself, some other of my cousins are quite actively involved. Sometimes we organize programs. We had our Ramadan lecture, pre-Ramadan lecture just before Ramadan started last week, and we're also going to have a couple of other outreach programs organized through the masjid that would come up in subsequent weeks. My dad, well, how do I put this now? My dad is old, and he would often refer to, there are different lineages from Mohammed Shitta, 7 actually, plus his younger brother making 8, and each lineage has a specific responsibility that we do. We are often considered as the kingmaker, so we determine who becomes the Serike Muslimi, we determine who becomes the Imam of the mosque. So I'm quite involved in some of these activities regularly.
Okay, absolutely fascinating. I'm very fascinated by that. Is there maybe a final word that you wish to, just add something in 30 seconds that we need to know?
Well, this mosque we are talking about was built by one person, and it has survived for about 131 years now. And the big question for me and someone that also share the sentiments is, what legacy are we putting in place that would survive us in the near future? We are talking about Mohammed Shitta, even after he passed on very long ago. So what will be said of us in the in 131 years time? What legacy have we laid for Islam? What have we done to assist other people, to make life comfortable for others, and things around that?
And that's a good question with a big answer, which I'll leave it to you to answer on your own and with your family and friends and the community within the mosque. Appreciate your time, Abdurrazaq Shitta. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on the Shitta-Bey Mosque in Lagos in Nigeria. Thank you for your time and best wishes with the rest of Ramadan, inshallah.
Thank you. It's good to have you.
There we are. So we'll continue with this feature called the Mosques from Around the World. It's up to you just to make the suggestion which other mosques from around the world, not South Africa, that we need to be covering. 061 766 0355. You can in fact WhatsApp us right away. Let's end by just telling you what's coming up just now. Najma Kota takes over the hot seat, I think around 11 o'clock, and she'll be chatting about Rumi with Abu Bakr Karolia on the teachings of Rumi, his history, the story of this world-renowned human being called Jalaluddin Rumi. So don't miss that. As always, coming up next, we reflect on this month of Ramadan with an updates and recitation from the Holy Quran. So until tomorrow with the Ashraf Garda show from 8 to 10 a.m., it's Assalamu alaikum.